Hey guys, it's Ella and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a medical student based here in the Philippines and I'm actually an incoming second year student. For today's video, it is all about the first year subjects in med school. I'll be saying some brief descriptions, what you do and what to know, kung paano ba sila inaaral, kung paano ba itong subject na ito. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Disclaimer, as you know from my previous videos that I'm from USTMed, so basically all of the tips and info are based from my experiences and based on the teachings and curriculum of USTMed. Let's go to the video. So guys, I have my laptop here because I prepared for this video para full and complete yung masasabi kong information. So basically in UST, we have the yearlies and the semestral subjects. So yung yearlies, yun yung one whole year nyo silang iti-take. And yung semestral naman, yun yung if pang first sem lang siya or pang second sem lang siya. So yung subjects under yearlies are anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, histology, and clinical epidemiology. For semestral naman, we have 3, which are Neurosciences 1, Preventive and Community Med 1, and Medical Ethics. For anatomy, the number of units for this subject is 10. So, siya yung pinakamalaki and siya rin yung pinakamabigat na subject na kailangan yung ipasa. We have a gross lecture, we have ACD or what we call the anatomical case discussions, we have the clinical anatomy, we have embryology, and we also have ultrasound. So, basically here, literal na head to toe yung aaralin nyo. You will study each muscle, nerve, arteries, and veins per region, per system. Like for example, head and anterior neck, tapos posterior neck, region, thorax, GI, pelvic, yung thigh, anterior and posterior leg, hanggang mapunta kayo sa foot and sole of foot. So literal talaga guys, na pasasadaan nyo lahat. So every meeting you'll have a general lecture. So here, it is either you'll have a GL or yung gross lecture or yung ACD or the anatomical case discussion lecture. Tapos may kasabay rin siya lagi na CA or yung clinical anatomy or embryology lectures. So since online class, what the department did was nagpo-post na sila ng video lecture 2 days or a day before the day of your lecture proper, and i-delete nila yon a day or 2 days after your lectures. We can rewatch any time of our day kasi itong mga video lectures na to, you will watch them asynchronously on your free time. So yon. So basically here, yung schedule namin ng anatomy from my experience nung second sem is morning yung anatomy. So the schedule is 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. So from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., dun nyo ma-view yung lectures na binigay sa inyo, yung mga video demos, yung mga lectures. Tip ko lang sa inyo na if you have extra time before your day of the lecture, like panoorin nyo na sila kahit naka 1.5 times speed pa para you'll have an idea lang. Kasi etong mga lectures na to, meron lagi kayong quiz. Kasi sa anatomy, we always have a post-quiz right after our lectures. So, yung 8 a.m. is the time na magbibigay sila ng case for your case discussion. So in here, yung case na ibibigay sa inyo is on the day itself. So parang hindi mo siya ma-prepare ahead of time. They will give you an hour to prepare it and gagawin nyo to sa subsect nyo. So ano lang, brief description lang ng subsect guys para magets nyo. In UST, we have 4 sections, A, B, C, D na arranged alphabetically. And each section, we are 116 students. Therefore, yung mga department, ginagawa nila is dinidivide nila kami into 7 to 8 groups. So, yung 7 to 8 groups na yon is what we call the subsect. And each subsect, 15 to 16 students kayo nandoon na magkaka-group. Tapos kayo yung mga gumagawa or nagtutulungan to make your case discussions, your SGDs, ACDs, lahat ng mga palab conference yon. Post 9, i-present yung case discussion na yon. After ng case discussion, you'll have ACD. Yung ACD naman, ito yung meron nakapost na sa portal of what you need to discuss. And eto, iprepresent nyo rin siya as a subset. So, yung ACD, magagawa nyo na siya a day before or kung ano man oras na mabigay na ng leader nyo yung presentation, tapos pwede na kayo mag-input doon para matapos nyo na agad. Sa anatomy, kayo yung nagdi-discuss kung paano siya. Like yung sa ACD, you're discussing yung sa muscles, yun yung oina, yung origin, insertion, nerve, attachments, actions, tapos kayo lahat yung nagdi-discuss yung course kung saan sila dumadaloy, kung ano yung muscle na to na nagpipierce sa ganyan, kung ano yung nerve na to na nagpipierce sa muscle na ito para makapunta siya from the anterior compartment to the posterior compartment. Parang ganun siya. Kasi parang ganun kayo matututo na kayo yung nagdi-discuss kung paano siya kasi parang mas tumatatak siya sa isip kasi parang magiging siya paulit-ulit. From my experience ng anatomy, super nahirapan ako ng anatomy lalo na ngayong online class kasi hindi ko ma-visualize or ma-imagine. Unlike kapag, syempre, pag face-to-face, you can see the cadaver, merong cadaver dissections. So, online class, puro pictures. Pictures from Blue Link and pictures na given from the video demos na ginagawa ng mga doctors na professors natin na sasend nila. Tapos, tayo yung may pa-assignment sila na to identify each muscle, ganun siya. So, parang mas nahihirapan akong ma-imagine siya, lalo na if visual learner ka, katulad ko na parang gusto ko siyang nakikita. Kaya sobrang nahirapan ako ng anatomy dahil doon. Yun yung isa sa mga disadvantage ng online med in anatomy. And another one is yung sa ultrasound. Like I said, meron kayong mga video lectures na ibibigay yung mga professors sa inyo. So yun, papanoorin nyo, aaralin nyo. Pero kapag pinapanood mo siya, pag pinapanood ko na siya, hindi ko ma-identify masyado yung kung, ito na pala yung sinasabi na thyroid, ito na pala yung sinasabing bone, ganun siya. So, ang hirap kasi syempre hindi hands-on. Unlike yung mga ates and kuyas na med student natin, they experience or na nagawa nila yon na face-to-face. Tapos parang sobrang saya daw. And nalaman ko na parang US lang yung gumagawa nun. Tapos hindi namin nagawa. So, sad lang. Every day, as I said, we have a post-quiz. So, ito, we have a 10-point quiz pag GL and ACD. 2 points naman kapag CAN, Embryology, and Ultrasound. Sa practicals naman ng anatomy, ito sobrang hirap. As in, twice lang ata ako nakatapos ng practicals talaga, guys. Kasi, what happens sa practicals ng anatomy is if a flash yung 3 pictures, ang laki nila, so kailangan mo mag-scroll down talaga ng bonggang-bongga. Tapos, hindi siya multiple choice, guys, ha? Remember, it is not multiple choice, it is identification. So, you're gonna type in yung, tapos nanginginig ka pa. You're gonna type in yung number. And remember this, it's not arranged na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hanggang 15. It's randomized. So, minsan, nauuna ka sa 13, 14, 15. Tapos, AB, AB, AB. So, 13 AB, 14 AB, 15 AB. You'll have to type that in. Tapos, kailangan meron kang laterality, if right or left, ganon. So, ito yung tip ko. Kapag nasa, kunyari, yung nasa left mo is yun yung right. Kapag yung nasa right mo, yun yung left nung cadaver na nasa harap mo. So, gets ba? Kasi you need that laterality, kunyari, right kidney, left kidney. Kasi minsan, iba yung mga veins doon or nerves. So, kailangan super sure ka talaga na tama yung nilalagay mo. Pag naman sinabi na be specific, dun lang naman yung pinakakailangan na specific ka sa laterality mo eh. The time is super constrained. The items are 15 times 2 because A and B. A yung identify the structure, B is yung side question. So, 30 items yun in total. Yan, you'll do that in 15 minutes. Tapos, kalaban mo pa yung internet kasi minsan matagal mag-load. So, dasal lang talaga, guys. And wag kayong masasad if bumagsak kayo kasi bawi na lang kayo the next. Laging ganun. Pag bumagsak, bawi. Pag bumagsak, bawi. Kasi if madadown kayo, it will not only affect your grade in anatomy, baka meron pa kayong exam sa next subject nyo. So, tanggapin na lang and bawi the next. Let's proceed to our next subject, which is Physiology. So, Physiology has 8 units. So here, you'll discuss how each organ works na, kung paano nagpo-function yung katawan natin. So, what are the mechanisms? Paano ba tayo humihinga, lumulunok, umiihi, lahat na, kung paano tayo tutulog, ganun, lahat na. Kumbaga, yung anatomy is kung ano ba yung organ na ito, ano ba yung mga description niya. Pero sa fission na, ito na yung kung saan yung nag-work as a whole, yung organ system. Tip ko lang here is don't memorize, but familiarize and understand the concepts. Ang physio is all about concepts. Huwag kayo mag-memorize, guys, kasi pag nag-memorize kayo, pag-memorize naman kayo, pero hindi yung memorize na sobrang lala. Yung exams ng physiology, yung mga sa cases nyo, you really need to understand concepts thoroughly, because kapag hindi mo siya naintindihan, wala ang physio. Wala ang physio babagsak ka. Paano itong bolus na to, paano siya nalunok, yung mechanisms, ganon. Like, hindi mo siya talaga, physio is not really about memorizing, but understanding the concepts. In here, you'll be studying the most basic topics na cellular level talaga, like, yung start namin, nag-start kami sa generalities, neurotransmitters, muscles, reflex arc, to the most difficult organ systems like yung sa cardio, gastrointestinal, respiratory, renal modules, ganyan. Kung paano ba natatransmit yung action potentials, paano sila nag-work together, ganun siya. So, sa physio, you also study yung blood. Meron siyang hematology and immunosero module. So, meron rin yung enzymes and hormones produced by each organs. Like, yung sa pancreas, we have 3, diba? Yung glucagon produced by the alpha cells, insulin by beta cells, and somatostatin by the delta cells. And lastly, meron rin module for the special sensory organs like for vision, hearing, taste, smell, ganon. We'll have your lectures, yung SGD, yung small group discussions, dito rin yung subsec, tapos lab conference, meron rin siyang lab. Pero yung lab, since online, hindi talaga kami nakakapag-lab here sa physio. So what we did was, at the end of each shift, meron lab conference. So meron kasing case dito, tapos lab results na yung ibibigay sa'yo, and you just have to study the results, tapos answer the guide questions na ibibigay nila. Dito, meron yung 7 jumps, yung tinatawag ng department, para lang siyang small group discussions. Pero ito na yung parang intense na small group discussion. Ito na yung mahaba. So, sa physio, we also have figure or figure reviews. So, what you do here is that the department will assign you a figure, para siyang picture. So, i-represent nyo siya mag-isa. You really have to study on your own. So, ako, ginawa ko noon. I studied yung figure ko. I studied the whole chapter kung saan siya nakita. Tapos, etong mga figures na to, nakuha siya sa mga physio books like yung Boron, Byrne and Levy. So, dun sila kumukuha ng mga figures. And then, you will present this sa subgroup. Yung subgroup here sa FigRev is a group of subsets. Yung class nyo, buong block nyo, is divided into 2. So, 50-50, kunyari 100 kayo, so parang 50-50. So, you'll be presenting in front of 50 students, and then merong mga 5 or more moderator doctors na sila yung magko-question sa'yo. Pero, you have a specific moderator na siya talaga yung mag-Q&A sa'yo right after you present that figure. So, dun lang na-verify if you really understand what you've discussed. And you really need to understand that kasi minsan nanggigisa yung mga facilitator here. Tapos, so you really have to study your figure, read your book, read different references rin, tapos read your trances or yung mga lectures na handouts na ibibigay ng department, and really listen to the lecture. Regarding sa quizzes, we have a quiz always, 2 meetings after a topic was discussed. Ganun siya. So, parang everyday nagku-quiz rin kami sa physio. So, yung quiz namin sa physio is always naka-time sa lunch break namin. Tapos, meron rin long exam sa physio. 4 topics na. Tapos, nangyayari siya every Saturday 9 a.m. together with FigRev quizzes. Next subject, which is Biochemistry. So, Biochemistry, number of units niya is the same with physio, 8 units. So, for Biochem naman, For me, it is the best department, best subject. Kasi, I know biochem na mahirap siya to the level na inaalay ko na yung ibang subject just to study for biochem. Pero sa akin kasi, it is fun learning it. It is also helpful na sobrang bait ng mga professors, yung mga doctors in this department. Sobrang kalog nila guys, like legit sobrang kalog ng biochem department. Ang saya lang. On a more serious note, biochem is really, really hard. So generally, because you are studying things na you can't even see, like dito na papasok yung mga cycles, like yung glycolysis, Krebs cycle, urea cycle. In here kasi, the topics na you're studying are not the tip of the iceberg na lang. Kumbaga, ano na siya? Yung buong iceberg na. So, sobrang lawak, tapos sobrang daming path. And each pathway merong enzyme na you really need to memorize. Sa biochem, you have to memorize, and memorize, guys. You'll have to memorize the enzymes, the compounds, made by step. Puro siya enzyme. From this compound, mapupunta siya this compound. You really need to memorize yung mga in-betweens, yung mga na nabubuo. Minsan yung mga NADPH, NADP, mga ganon. Kasama pa yan, you really need to memorize also that. Pero pinaka-importante, you really need to memorize yung mga enzymes, tapos kung saan siya pathway makikita. Kasi, minsan guys, yung substrate and the products, makikita rin siya sa other cycle. Ito napapasok yung mga metabolisms of carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, amino acid, nucleic acid, iron, etc. So, dito rin aralin yung mga digestion nila. Meron rin for hormones, vitamins, meron siyang hematology and immunosero module. Super complex na how this simple compound became this complex compound. Ganun. Tip ko here is use different colors for each enzyme na kung saan siya para mas maintindihan nyo siya. In here, sa Biochem, we have a general lecture and we also have lab. For lab, since online, nung first sem, the department did was yung mga doctors, yung gumagawa ng mga experiment. Tapos naka-video sila. Pagdating ng second sem, medyo nag-modify yung laboratory. They paid for Labster na I don't know if they paid for it, pero yun yung ginagamit namin. Labster simulation. So, para siyang Y8 na para kang naglalaro lang. Sa lab, guys, nagla-lab conference rin. Dito, pinapresent niyo yung experiments na ginawa niyo. So, basically, mga 2 to 4 experiments yun. For quizzes, meron kami pop quizzes or the surprise quizzes every meeting. So, nag-quiz kayo. It's a 5-point pop quiz. So, let's go on to our next subject, which is histology. So, in histology, yung number of units niya is 3. So, here naman sa histo, basically, you're studying each organ on a microscopic level. You'll be studying tissues and cells, and dito, since histology pa lang, lahat ng tissues ay normal pa lang. And minsan, nagbibigay sila ng abnormal tissues, pero nabibigay lang yung pictures na yun tuwing synthesis or kapag slides review na. You're gonna study yung normal histology ng muscles, like yung skeletal, cardiac, smooth muscle, yung reproductive organs rin, yung veins, venules, arterioles, capillaries, arteries, mga ganon. So, in here, may edge ng onti yung mga medtech, gamay na nila yung mga pictures. Sa histo kasi guys, yung pictures na ibibigay sa inyo, parang na sila magkakamuka. Gets ba? Kaya, sige, magbigay ako ng pictures dito. Like, di ba magkakamukha na sila? Hindi mo na ma-identify kung anong organ to, ito, tsaka ito, di ba? Parang, kasi, same sila ng colors lang. Nakikita mo lang sila as colored pink or purple, di ba? So, may edge lang ng onti lang naman yung mga medtech dito kasi they are trained na to look for parang yung mga palatandaan nila to understand what this picture is, kung anong organ siya, ganun. Practicals ng histo in here, medyo tricky nga siya kasi magkakamukha na yung mga pictures. Like, nung ako, nahihirapan ako to identify what are kung venule ba siya, or vein, or capillary, arterioles, kasi magkakamukha talaga sila. So, yung tip ko here is to really identify or really distinguish kung ano yung mga lining epithelium, kung ano yung special characteristic of that organ. Huwag rin kayong kabahan guys pag sa practicals kasi medyo mas okay yung time na nakalaan. So, mas, nakakaisip kayo talaga lang, hindi siya parang natatarantakan sa mga sagot. So, it's a multiple choice type of exam. Mga ganon. So, in here naman, in Histo, we have a general lecture, tapos meron kayong case discussion or yung case synthesis. Dun kayo parang yung nagsasubgroup ulit, nagsasubsec ulit kayo doon na gumagawa. And then, sa Histo, we always have a post-quiz exam right after ng case discussion na yun. So, let's go to the last subject na yearly, which is clinical epidemiology. So, in here naman, yung number of units niya is 1.5. Itong subject na to, puro statistics, intro to research, best research design for your research paper, ganon. Tapos, yung mga research protocols, best site to gather your review of literature. So, basically, it's all about research. Kasi, first year pa lang, guys, nagsastart na kami gumawa ng papers na. Ito kasi, parang first year hanggang fourth year, ito na yung mga study nyo, yung parang ito na yung thesis nyo. So, nagsastart na kami ng first year pa lang. Dito, you'll also present your your chosen research topics sa RGCs, ganun siya. Tapos, i-present nyo siya, kunyari at the end of the sem or the term, mag-present kayo sa buong class, buong block siya. Tapos, ito yung final research protocol. So, you will pass your manual, tapos mag-present kayo doon. So, basically, yung Clean Epi is all about research lang. And since merong statistics, meron siyang mga computation, so i-prepare nyo lang yung mga scientific calculators. Yung tricky lang here na medyo nahirapan ako ng Clean Epi is yung mga research designs kasi medyo nakakalito siya kapag kasi sa exams, parang case yung binibigay sa inyo, yung mga situational questions and then ano ba yung mas okay na research design for that study. So, ganun siya. Let's now proceed sa mga semestral subjects. So, first is Neuroscience 1. So, yung number of units nito is 2. Neuroscience, all about the brain na. So, dito na natin maaral kung what specific part of your brain balances you, regulates your speech, your vision, your memory, sleep-wake cycle, etc. Mga ganon. Yung unang topics, all about the basics. As lahat naman ng subject, nag-start sa basics. So, here sa Neuroscience, meron kaming Neuroembryology, Neurohistology, Neurophysiology, and mapupunta na siya sa spinal cord, tapos sa peripheral nervous system, then sa brainstem, then sa cerebellum, pons, midbrain, and lastly, sa cerebrum na. So, paakyat siya, guys. Mahirap rin itong subject na to kasi nakakalito na kapag yung questions is like kung contralateral or ipsilateral, kung magko-converge, ano ba siya, if yung pupunta ba sa kabilang side, from right to left, ganon, kung left to right, ganon siya. So, medyo nakakalito. Here, meron yung general lecture, tapos meron rin yung mga lab demos. So, since online, hindi naman na tayo nakakapag-lab, so, nagla-lab demo na lang yung mga doctors, yung mga professors natin. Sila yung magpe-present ng pictures, tapos dinidiscuss nila each picture kung anong part na to ng brain, ng spinal cord, yung mga gray matter, white matter, ganon. So, tip ko lang here sa Neuroscience is super kaya naman siya basta makinig ka every lecture and every lab demo kasi kung ano yung mga masasabi ng mga professors mo, yun yung mga lalabas sa exam. And sa Neuro, meron kami laging quizzes. Post-quiz siya, pero quiz siya na the next meeting ng morning before mag-lecture agad. So, kunyari, lecture, yung schedule nyo is 7 a.m. yung start ng class. So, 7 a.m. magkuquiz na kayo. So, next subject is Preventive and Community Medicine 1. So, yung number of unit neto is 1.5, and so this is divided into 2, community medicine and family medicine. So for community medicine, you'll study about the basic epidemiology, population dynamics, social determinants of health. Medyo may computation dito, so prepare your scientific calculators. And then for family medicine naman, it is all about family wellness, family is a unit of care, biopsychosocial, health education, effective doctor-patient communication, active listening skills, creative teaching, So, dito na yung papasok yung mga 5-star physician. So, yun yung mga topic dito sa family medicine. And dito sa PrevMed, guys, nagkaroon kami ng parang, if you reach this quota grade, you're exempted na sa final exam. Like, yung quota grade is 90, so you have to get a 90-90 sa community med and 90 sa family med para kapag in-average yun, 90 ka and pasok ka na sa quota, hindi ka na mag-finals exam. So, if 89.5 ka, ganon, or 89.99, ganon, hindi ka napasok sa quota na yun. Like, mag-finals exam ka pa. Yung PrevMed lang yung nag-exercise nung rule na yun na you're exempted if you get this quota grade. Kasi, may ganon talaga na you are exempted pag nakuha mo itong quota grade na to. Pero since online, hindi nila ginawa yun sa batch namin. For our last subject, we have Medical Ethics 1. So, yung number of units neto is 1. So, based on prof ko na doctor, you just have to think like a conservative Catholic person. Like, madaming bawal, and tip ko lang na always look for the pinakamabait na choice dun sa number of choices. Kasi basically yun na yung sagot. Pero minsan kasi parang lahat sila mabait. So, piliin mo yung pinakamabait. And think like a conservative Catholic person talaga. Yung ano naman kasi sa prof ko, he is okay with us giving our own comments, doing lectures, and he said na he wanted our subject to be like a breather. He wants medical ethics na maging simple lang, maging ano namin, parang yun yung hininga namin, and it's time for us to just chill, parang ganon. So, chill lang dito, guys. Masaya yung med ethics. Yun lang, guys, yung mga first year subject in med school. So, this is the end of this video. Medyo napahaba siya. Pero I hope that I was able to give you a glimpse of what happens in first year med and the subjects in an online setting, and I hope that you learned something. So guys, always reach for your goals, and even if you experience some struggles, always remember that those struggles are worth it, because in the end we will get that MD, and finally we can say to our parents, to our family na doktor na po ako. So continue that burning fire of passion, dasal lang, dasal, at tiwala lang sa sarili, guys. Again, this is Ella, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and also follow me on my Instagram account, which is @_Ella_Desi, and I hope to see you on my next vlog. Bye!